So, on top of everything, what I decided to do was when they decided that they were bringing this privilege motion. So, mind you, it took forever for us to get the discharge petition on the floor, or the actual bill that was the subject of the discharge petition on the floor, because normal bills have to go through a lot of things. You either have to get the speaker to put it on the floor or a discharge petition. But then you got these other things that you can kind of wiggle through. We call them privilege motions. And so when you are trying to censure, because it used to be something that carried weight, now it's just, I don't like you, and so I'm going to censor you. Or I want to distract from the real issue because we losing right now, right? Then you can bring a privilege motion, and that can come up immediately. All right. So they brought this privilege motion, and unfortunately, the Republicans had more smoke for Stacey getting a text message, which they knew if we sent it to ethics, that ethics would not do anything because there was no ethical violation. But they decided that they wanted to have their time on the microphone and be in front of the cameras. Mind you, the very next day, when a Republican brought a privilege motion, Nancy Mace, against another Republican for domestic violence allegations, for allegations of maybe doing governmental contracts and getting and sitting on a committee of jurisdiction in which he is getting government contracts from that same kind of area, as well as having a restraining order on him. I don't remember if in all that reading she put in there about him not paying his DC rent that's like over $10,000 a month for his DC apartment, his work apartment. Yes. So Nancy Mace goes against Corey Mills. And if y'all Google Corey Mills, you will see all the tea. They decide that they don't want to debate it. They just went ahead and sent that into ethics. And he most likely is going to have some issues because there's going to be some ethical issues for sure, because it's a little bit more than text messaging. So they decided that they wanted to come out, they wanted to talk mess or whatever. We ended up having to do this on the spot, basically. And so MAGA is so scared. And baby, MAGA, listen up, MAGA. Listen, okay? Because y'all are worried about the wrong thing. Y'all need to be worried about the fact that like everybody losing jobs and the economy is shit. And like, yeah. And our enemies are somehow now our friends, and our friends are going to become our enemies. Like we got real issues, but y'all love to listen to right-wing media. So I get up and I wanted to make a point. And I think I made that point. Now, whether or not it went over certain people's heads, because like maybe I get too deep sometimes. But what we're not going to do is start kicking people off committees because of who it is that donated to them. And so, yes, anybody can go to fec.gov. You can look. And yes, I did not lie whatsoever. So get over it. I'm still better than y'all. You know why? Because y'all go out and intentionally lie to people, like saying, you know what? Don't believe your lying eyes that there was an insurrection on January 6th. Don't believe your lying eyes that prices are higher. Don't believe your lying pocketbook that prices are higher. Don't believe the fact that you don't have a job and like the job market is really tight and we have less jobs available than we do bodies to work right now. Like they want you to never believe what's what, but like, yeah, Lee Zeldin admitted he received a donation from Jeffrey Epstein. That's what I said. It is what it is. Now, whether or not it was that same one, we didn't have time to do all that. But the point is, let me tell y'all what the point is for the people in the back that are really slow. You don't kick people off of committees because they've received a donation at some point in time in history from somebody that has, say, a conviction. Do we want to go down and look at how many times Rudy Giuliani then donated to some of these people? I got a whole list. I mean, do we want to talk about the people that the president is actually letting out of prison right now? How many of them are sex offenders and all that good stuff? Do we want to talk about that? Do we want to talk about how many of those billionaires have donated to the Republicans and need to be kicked off their? That is the point for the slow people. That is the point. We don't kick people off of committees for something like that. That is absolutely ridiculous. You can say what you want to say. And listen, ultimately, if people don't get reelected because the people that elected them fell away because maybe they took a donation from a certain, then fine, so be it. All of this is a matter of public record. It's a matter of public record. So long as we do like we're supposed to and file our reports, and we file our reports. And if there's an issue, just know that we don't have a quorum at the FEC right now. You know why? Because Donnie Boy went and got rid of all of them, so that anybody that wants to break the FEC laws can. We don't have a quorum. Yeah. Tells you where their priorities are. They just want to defund and break everything. All right. So let me make sure I covered everything for y'all, and then I will get to your questions because the Eric already put some up.